Good morning, everybody. Tom back to you. What I wanted to do is show you here at our top of our garden, we have our grapes. I put the grapes vines on this arbor up at the top because it protects it from, we got a lot of trees in the back. It catches the first sun in the morning, so it dries off the berries, keeps the fungus and the diseases down for it. It's now 1st of May and they are starting to come out. I really did a good pruning back this time and I wanted to show you what they look like now. As you can see, we've got a lot of new stems coming out. They're getting ready to blossom pretty soon. You can see a couple of them blossoming right there. The thing is, here's a real good example of where the grapes are going to come. As you see right here, this is actually a grape stem. Okay, the leaves are coming out and there's a couple other ones there for that. Now is when I'm going to have to come out and actually do some spraying to protect those grapes as they start to mature. I try to keep as many of the new stems above this first row down here. Here's my feeders. You see down in here, I've got a lot more fertilizer that I've put out, and I'm starting to get some suckers that are off these side shoots. What they're going to do is they're going to take away the energy for the rest of the plant. So I'm going to go through and I'll actually take, and on a lot of these, if I wanted to fill it in, I could do that. Here, I'm pretty much filled in really well. I've got two nice feeder roots here, or stems here. It's come around down in here and then up again. So what I'm going to do, just to show you, is all I have to do is just pinch it off. I'll pinch these off because I do not want them to produce, as well as I don't want them to be using up the energy that I want for my grapes that are elsewhere. Now here, I'm going to let those go because I want this vine to actually take and increase its size. You see some of them that are here, I want this to fill in. You'll notice that I've got a big gap right here. Well, what I'm going to do is hopefully these plants, I can get them to work themselves up into this area and it'll fill it in. The uniformity is really important, but as we said, I'm going along. This arbor is only 16 feet long, and last year I was able to get about 25 jars of grape preserves, and then I made wine and I got 20 bottles of wine out of it. So these are, I really try to baby and take care of these grapes as much as I can. I'm going to come back in probably a week or two and I want to show you what I'm going to take, and we have to thin the berries. And you think, well, why do I want to thin them? Well, if I want big berries, I've got to think about how this is going to be. I wanted to show you here, we've got 1, 2, and a third one up here, plus all these. There's just too many berries that would come out of that area, so they would be really small. So what I'm going to do is you'll see how I'm going to take some of them out and get rid of them. Here again is another spot where I wanted to fill in a little bit of this, so I've got some really nice new suckers coming off and they're doing really well. You may notice that this arbor is a little high. It is only because I wanted air to get underneath of the vines. By getting the air under them and around them, it keeps down the disease. I'm back near the trees, near the woods, and I'm trying to get as much growth out of them as I possibly can. So I'm doing it that way to sort of, as a management process, how to take care of the vines. Okay?